Okay, so today we're doing the head turn. Alright, so this is just a demo. Yeah, so we're gonna demo how to do a head turn for a character. Okay, so you can see that there's direction. Okay, so the eyebrow that is facing, it should be slightly raised, and this should be lower, so to have a direction for the character. Okay, direction. Okay, so as it comes to the other side also. Okay, direction. Alright, so it's to help the audience to understand where the character is looking at. Okay, so usually when it faces on the left screen, right, the right eyebrow has to be higher, and if it's on the screen left, then the left eyebrow has to be higher. Then you have to tilt the mouth slightly a little bit so to create this angle of direction. Alright, so this is just a sample of a head turn. So there are many ways of doing a head turn, but I'm just going to show you how we're going to approach it. Okay, so the hierarchy of the head turn. To do the overlapping will be the principle of the pupils moving first, followed by the brows, and then followed by the eyelid, mouth, head, neck, upper torso, mid torso, lower torso, and the root. Right? Okay, so it should move in this hierarchy. So which one to move first? Okay, to take note of this hierarchy. So sometimes it can be done with this way down or this way up. Right? So you want to kind of mix the animation a little bit. You don't want to always have the same pattern of movement. So sometimes you want to move with the root first. Sometimes you want to move with the head first. Okay, so there's a variety of head turn, because let's say your shot has a few head turns, you don't want it to be repeated and looks like it's a cycle throughout a shot. Okay, so I'm just going to remove all these keys. Okay, and then reanimate and show you how I would approach this. Okay, so there you go. Alright, so this will be the default pose. So your project, you're supposed to animate a character doing a head turn and have an expression from left to right. Okay, so just going to pose the character. Okay, kind of a neutral pose and turn around and smile. Alright, so just going to add some twist to the keys first. While I'm doing it, so I'm just going to click on S to create the keys first. Okay. Okay, so again, direction. So I'm going to raise the eyebrow. Okay, set key to this. Mid, lower. Set key. Okay, and I'm going to relax the mouth a bit by opening slightly. Alright, so make it slightly neutral. Okay, and I'm going to design the edges a little bit by dropping it down. Okay, and I'm going to set key to the shoulders. Okay, so to design the face a little bit, so I'm going to roll the jaw a little bit and to slide the mouth slightly. Alright, slide left to right. Okay, so now you can see that I'm trying to design the direction. Okay, so now you can see that there's this kind of line that's this way and the mouth kind of does this way. Okay. Okay, let me clean up the eyes on the previous keys. Alright, so this will be my first pose. Alright, so first pose, make sure that you got all the keys set. Okay, so I need the eyebrows. Let's just set the keys. Sorry, eyelids. Okay, the eyebrows set. Alright, and then I'm going to go to maybe the last key, or you want to do the in between. You want to do the squash first. That will work too. Alright, so if you remember your bouncing ball, so it's a squash movement. So it'll be down here, and you'll start to turn slightly, right? So we're going to do the in between. So position all the poles. Squash, so it's going to bend forward slightly. Alright, so during the squash, the eyes will be closed. Alright, so let me just position the eyelids to be guiding. Okay, so at this point, the eyelids will be closed. Okay, and then the eyebrows will be down. Okay, the jaw will be dragging behind. Okay, twisting. Make sure your mouth is closed. Okay, getting wide. Alright, for the squash pose. Alright, so during the squash, the shoulder will struck up. We're going to raise the shoulder. Okay, so you got the squash pose here. And then the last pose. Okay, just gonna pose it. Drop the shoulders because it's a stretch. And I'm going to open the mouth. Continue to turn the mouth. Okay. And then reverse the brows. Right, so it's looking this way up, so this will be higher. And this will be lower. Okay, I'll open the eyelids. Okay, so this side of the eyelid will be bigger. Alright, so this will be bigger than this side. So you don't want symmetrical shapes on left and right. Right, you want asymmetrical, so it's not identical. Okay, so I'm just going to pick up the torso. Okay, so this is a stretch, so there will be an up pose. There, right? So if I just play, you kind of have the basic poses of a head turn, right? So he kind of from left turn and look and open up. Okay, so we're going to do the overlapping now. So once you got the poses in, and we can do the overlapping, right? So just press play. There's 3 poses here, right? Stretch, squash, stretch. Okay, and then I'm going to use the hierarchy of doing the overlapping. So which body parts to move first? Then I just offset the pupils to move, followed by the brows, eyelid, mouth, head, neck, upper torso, mid torso, lower torso, and root. Okay. Okay, so I'm just gonna push everything back a bit so I have space to do the overlapping. Alright, so the first thing to move will be the pupils, right? So just for reading sake, so I'm just going to hold the first few frames and then it's going to start to move. Okay, so as the head turns, the pupil needs to hit the corner of the eyelid because the eyelid will push the head to rotate. Okay. So somewhere here. So the next one will be the brows. So I'm going to offset. So this once the pupil moves, the next one will be the eyebrows. Okay, so I'm just going to again delay. Alright, so this brow will move first before this brow to create an overlapping action. Alright, so when this one moves, then the next one moves. So I'm just going to delay 1 frame for this. Alright, so the next one will be the eyelids. Alright, so the eyelid will start to close. Okay, so when this brow moves, then the next one will be the eyelid. Okay, so I'm just going to offset this to the eyelid. And also the next brow. Right, so this one will be, the next one will be here. Okay, so probably the eyelid will start to close somewhere about 4 frames. Okay, so just do duplicate. Okay, so you can see that this eyelid will close before this eyelid. okay, to create the overlapping action. Alright, so you can see the pupil move, then the eyebrows come down, then the eyelid close. Now the mouth starts to close. Okay, so doing the overlapping, I'm going to go in here to delay the mouth. Okay, and then closed. We drag this to maintain it to close. Next one will be the head. Right, so next frame, just going to hold the head. And then the next one will be the neck. And then followed by the upper torso, mid torso, lower torso. And then the root. Okay, some overlapping here, right? So you can see that I need to clean up some stuff. So as the head turn down, the jaw is turning too soon. The drag is too soon. So I'm just going here to delay the drag. Okay, so after the mouth should be the shoulders. Okay, same as the eyebrows. You want this shoulder to move first, then followed by this. So I'm going to offset the shoulders also. Okay, so as it ease in here, I'm going to create ease in. You don't want it to hold perfectly still, so I'm just going to let it ease in. Looking at the graph and the RZ and RY. Okay, I'm going to create a ease in. So look at the graph, you want it to curve in gradually. Alright, so same as the front. I don't want it to be stiff, right? So I just let it have a little bit of a drift motion. Okay. Okay, so now you see there's a breakdown here. Alright. Okay. Just going to clean up the mouth. Okay, so now you can see there's a compression here. So over here the mouth, you want to tone this down a bit first. Okay. So don't drag that much. Turn. And there's a squash, I believe. So over here there's a widening of the mouth. Okay, down. And then as you reach the other side, you're going to hold. Okay, and we're going to create a smile for the Okay, so there's an ease in on the mouth. You see that the mouth continues to drop. And I'm going to add a eye dot here. So when it comes over here, you can see that the pupil is not moving, so it's quite stiff in this region. So I'm just going to add a small eye dot. Go to the pupil control here. Okay, so as it reaches here, it's just going to shift maybe a little bit. Right, so you can see that's a slight up movement here. Okay, so the mouth is a bit too soon. Delay a bit more. Ease in the drag. Okay, so I'm going to add one squash pose here, so I can lower the head a little bit just to make it look a little bit more organic. Okay, so just to hold the eye dot a little bit longer. Okay, so that's basically how you do a head turn. Alright, so I can go in more to do the offset, right, using this principle of the overlapping body parts. Right, so you want to move the pupil, followed by the brows, followed by the eyelid, followed by the mouth, head, neck, upper torso, mid torso. Because this is a small turn, I'm just going to move the lower torso and root together, right? Because it's not a very big spacing, like a big step from left to right. So I don't need to overlap. Some of these body parts can be overlapped together. Okay, so this is just a sample of how I'll approach a head turn. Okay, thank you very much.